women do a lot of jobs.
Right.
Some of them have their own job, paid, more or less, doesn't matter. Their mother, their partners, their daughters, their granddaughters, they have a lot of things to do. And sometimes they don't have time for themselves.
Right.
Because the day you became mom, everything changes. The kid is on top, then are 10 spots free, and then comes the rest of the family, the job, and everything else. How do you do the correct list? What it means to have a good mind in order to do all these things without being a burden?
That is such a good question, and thank you for that, because I think it's a nice bridge into what I lay out in my book, which is called the 3 Ps. And using presence or mindful awareness, which we've now explored a little bit, as our foundation. From that, what I wanted to provide to busy women is a practical, clear look at what mindfulness can look like in their busy lives. So the first thing is purpose. Like, what gets you up in the morning? What am I doing this for? Why am I running to work? Why am I taking care of my child? If your purpose is, for example, to be an open, accepting, caring parent, then having that purpose can power you through some of the most difficult days. Because we all have challenges with any situation we're in. But if we can go back up to the purpose, the 30,000-foot view, and say, wait a minute, what am I doing here? It can give you that space you need to be fortified and go ahead with a little bit more strength in whatever that situation is. And the second thing that is...
there are 3 Ps.
3 Ps, exactly.
First,
so we have purpose, and the second one is pivoting. And pivoting, we have I was thinking when I used pivoting, we humans don't like change. We like routines and we like things to remain the same, but sometimes it behooves us to have what I call proactive pivoting. Like, you, ahead of having to make a change, you make a change. Mostly we wait for things to visit us when we change. Like, there's a medical crisis, or in COVID, we were all pivoting. But that's kind of a crisis pivoting. We were dealing with the situation, but we had to, right? But the proactive pivoting I'm talking about comes out of our ability to know what our purpose is and to mindfully figure out whether or not a given action is working for us, or a given job, or a given style of parenting. So to have that ability to change if we need to. And the point of the pivoting is, since change can be so daunting for us, it's very assuring to know that I have an anchor. Because if you watch a basketball game, for example, or any game in which, a sports game I'm thinking, in which you keep one foot anchored and then you kind of swivel a little bit, that's the idea. It's like, yes, I am going to try a new parenting technique, but I already have in place a very good relationship with my child.
So one foot is already
One
blocked.
foot is set, exactly. Or you can apply this. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
No, you are just moving the other one because you have one very stable.
Exactly. That's exactly the image that I think can help us in these times of change. And I will also offer here for those in different careers, maybe you're just feeling a little unsettled in your career, or the whatever, pick a topic. Many of the women that I interviewed had been in business or finance. Then ultimately they made their way to other areas that provided more purpose for them. And so these are proactive pivots. Rather than wait, for example, for themselves to be so disengaged in their work, or maybe their company would move to another city, or whatever the things might be that would more in a crisis cause us to look for a new position or a new way of working, they could proactively start their research to make a change in their lives. And the other piece, and I'll bring us back to the 3 W's here, because sometimes when you want to make a change, we say throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't want to do that. I know that's a terrible expression, but if we look at what went well, wait, in my current position, I like it because I work with people. I don't have to travel. Whatever those things are, there are always things that we like about a job.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, say, proactive pivoting in your career, well, don't forget all of the good things that you have, and then you're adding whatever you're adding.
That's not mindfulness, because any person who doesn't know this will think about the negative things.
That's right.
Don't want to go there because I don't like it. I'm not well paid. I don't know, the colleagues, the boss is too bossy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But we all the time see the things that are not working instead of 3 W's.
That's right. And to move then to the third P, which is pacing. And pacing is so important for us because we all have chapters or stages of our lives. And if you're like me, you want to go full speed ahead on everything.
Correct.
And that often happens for us as women, because it happens that our childbearing years and our early career years and our early marriage years and our maybe caregiving years, they are all coming together at one time in one 7 to 10 year period or 12-year period. And if we can just realize that our lives are a series of sprints, it may not, and that it's a marathon and it's for the long haul. And we
are running all the time.
We are running all the time. And many of us will have 2, 3, 4 careers. And if we can just take a breath and think about, how would I advise my friend in this situation where I'm trying to do so many things, and be our own best friend and figure out what chapter of life am I in? What does pacing look for me right now? If I have, for example, as I did in my law career, at one point when I was a corporate litigator, as you can imagine, representing Japanese clients living in Los Angeles, I was flying to Japan a lot, and I was pretty much working 7 days a week. And at a critical point, I'm like, wait, my kids are young. This is really my time not to be working that much. I don't want to stop working.
And what did you do?
I was going to say retired. I didn't retire. I probably will never retire.
Of course.
Dan and I call it...
a pity if you do.
It would be a pity.
Yeah.
We call it not retirement, but preferment. And get to the point where we do what we want to do within our work, which is what actually the stage that we're in now. For example, being here in Bucharest, we love this. This is so much, enjoyment and fulfillment for us to come. And
thank you.
And I'm so thrilled that my book is in Romanian, and this is an example of our preferment. But
let's get back to the P. You said pacing.
Let's get back to the pacing, right? Pacing. So what I decided at that point in my life, when I was working so hard as a corporate litigator, wait, I have to make more space for my family life. And so once I resigned from my corporate litigation job, then a call came in from my friend who said, you know what, we have a new TV show, a reality show, and I'm not really sure if we need a lawyer for this show, but we might. And would you please go to Sunset Gower in Hollywood and be there on the set next week? And I said, okay. And I went to that stage that day, or the set, and I met Judy Scheinland, and fast forward now more than 30 years, many of us are aware of Judge Judy.
Of course.
And this was in the time at the time when the show was just, we're not sure, and is it, what will it be?
You worked for Judge Judy?
Yes. Once I left corporate litigation and I had been working 7 days a week, I had the fun and privilege and honor of working with Judge Judy when she was first starting her TV show. Exactly.
Great.
And I was her production attorney on the set. And the beauty, not only the great reward of working alongside of her, because she has a beautiful legal mind, and also happens to be a very interesting...
She's not a judge. She's an actress?
No, she is a judge.
She's a judge.
In fact, she was...
I thought all the time that she's playing a role.
Oh, no, she is. She let me say, she was a judge when
Really?
she was interviewed by 60 Minutes.
I haven't seen that interview.
Oh, okay. Well, this is many years ago, but
Okay.
I'm just saying that she was discovered, if you will, because she was very efficient at clearing her docket. She was a judge in New York, and so 60 Minutes was interviewing her. And then, as I understand how it went, a couple of producers saw the potential in what she was saying and thought about a reality legal TV show. So ultimately, she resigned as a judge, and she
became a TV star.
a TV personality.
Okay,
Exactly.
great.
But she is a judge, and the cases that she was litigating on that show were pulled from small claims courts across the United States.
So you said about 3 things, and I'm doing my homework. I'm taking lessons for myself, classes.
Yeah.
So whatever bad thing happens, find the 3 W's. Whatever happens,
Yes.
find always the 3 W. What went well?
What went well?
When you are in a position of being stressed, being disliked in a situation, strong and bad one, imagine and use the 3 P's. You said purpose, pivoting, and pacing. Pacing means giving yourself breaks, and that's status that gives you a bit of energy from being calm. Is it correct? What?
Correct. That is exactly right. Pacing applies to pacing this hour you have, this half day, this day, taking time for lunch, taking, maybe you take a phone call walking. Maybe you stand up and walk every hour if you have a desk job, or if, just to get, or go outside, be in nature when you can. Pace yourself through the day. It's not like you can just catch up, if you will, and say, oh, I'll do that all later. No, these the minute, the 30 seconds, the 5 minutes we take can really come back to make us feel much better and fortified for the whole day if we sprinkle it in. So that's one pacing, that physically managing your time.
So you need more time to pace it than 1, hour late when you arrive home.
Right.
You need more time. You need small.
Yeah.
Pacing time.
Right.
Yeah.
And start small. We want anyone who's thinking about making a change, we want to set ourselves up for success. So just give yourself a break.
All the time in my life is in emotion. I finished the radio job. While I'm driving, I'm listening things or talking on the phone. I'm doing my second job. I'm asking questions. I'm following the guests. I'm doing a lot of things. And then back to work in my car, which is a walking office.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have this moment. I don't think I have them, not even at home. When I'm home, I'm, the caregiver. I'm the one who cleans the house. I have a daughter who's almost 20. There are things all over. So I'm switching the roles in a way. But I don't know if it's about me. Maybe some of the ladies watching us are finding themselves in this position. I don't know if I have daily this pacing moment. Maybe in the weekend, 10 minutes or something, which is wrong.
Well, to that I would say, no one will give you the time.
Correct.
The only person who will give you the time is you.
Definitely.
And however you manage to steal that time, if you will, from yourself, because you believe that is the most important moment, so that you can do all the other things that you will do and you have to do. And I know sometimes I have this discussion or debate with myself, and I say, oh, today I am so busy, I don't even have time to meditate. Then I say to myself, wait. Then on a day when I think I'm too busy to meditate, I really need to take time. And so I have a daily practice, and if I'm catching a plane, for example, I'll have to get up a little earlier and take my time to meditate. And I always feel when I do that time comes back to me because I feel calmer all day.
So you do this meditation in the morning?
The morning. But this is kind of getting back to, we had started talking about, well, what about the person who's interested in a practice but doesn't have one? And a part of it, I mentioned who, what, when, where, why. Well, the when part, all of us have a propensities for being a morning person, afternoon person, evening person. So pick your time. Like if you get up in the morning, you have lots of energy, that's probably your time to meditate. That's when I meditate. And it's also when I do my physical workouts, because then nothing interferes. If I wait till the evening, there'll be lots of things going on.
So you're making sports daily? You're moving your body every day?
I'm moving every day, something, either biking, yoga, Pilates, strength training with weights, HIIT training, high
Daily?
Daily. I mean, I am just mobile. And I like to have a little something every day to move my body.